What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope you're ready because the harvest summon is upon us. High rates for heroes, dropping legendaries out of nowhere, hopefully for a lot of you, and 2 brand new heroes in the portal from a new family which is just being released into the game. So we'll get into the portal right now. We have to have a look at these foxes because I'm pretty sure they're going to be awesome. But also, you know, the odds for this portal are pretty good. Thank you very much to General J YouTube, who has shared a video of some summons and some pulls in this portal. And we get this chance to get extra heroes on single summons, which actually looks like it works pretty damn well. I'll pop a link in the video description to his summon video. I'm sure there will be loads going out, but it is a very interesting new mechanic that we've got in this portal. So let us get into our new heroes. We will start with the face of the portal, which is Whitefang. Just looking pretty awesome. Kind of reminds me of Red Riding Hood, but like Blue Riding Hood, because now the wolf has become the hood. But anyways, let's have a little look over these cards. We'll see, you know, get to grips with this new family and what they're actually all about. I do like the outline of the cards. I've been saying this for ages. I really like that they're doing this now with a lot of the families. So Whitefang is going to be a 5-star ice hero from the Foxes family. She is of the Ranger class, so she gets the chance to bypass. You get the Master Pierce, where you can give negative defense as well for 3 turns if you do end up second limit breaking, which you probably will if you are lucky enough to grab one of these new heroes. Now, the family bonus for the Foxes. The Fox heroes summon a Sly Fox minion for themselves at the start of the battle. The Sly Fox minion has 2% health, which is not a lot, and 100% attack inherited from the hero. So that's a decent amount of attack. The Sly Fox minion has an 80% chance to dodge incoming attacks. Okay, so really high attack, very low health, but humongous a chance to dodge, 80% chance to dodge. When the Sly Fox minion dodges, it then steals the latest dispellable buff from the attacker and gives it to its owner. That is a really strong family bonus. I mean, I know the minion's only got 2% health, but if it dodges incoming attacks, now it doesn't just say special skill attacks, it's any kind of attack. So to me, that means it could be like a tile that goes into them. If that dodge triggers, they will end up, or they will start stealing your buffs, which seems like a really, really good and really strong family bonus for these minions. And it doesn't just dispel the buffs, it takes them and gives them to your team, which is awesome. Now, the passive, decreased healing. So this is interesting. The first time we've seen this kind of a passive, it's just straight up all enemies get negative 50% healing. I have had one of the comments, so shout out to whoever commented on this. It looks like they haven't changed this from when they released in beta. All enemies getting a negative 50% heal. That is very, very impactful. So you had a healer that was giving a 30% heal. They're now only able to heal for 15%. You had a healer that was doing 50%. They're now only able to heal for 25%, and so on. That is very strong. So both the family bonus and the passive for these heroes seem to be extremely good. Now, in terms of the stats, let us just have a little look what we're working with here. So the stats are kind of in line with where we are at the moment. So even though it's a new family, we haven't seen what we've seen before, which was a sudden jump up in stats to the absolutely ridiculous. These are still in line with the newer heroes that are being released. So 1,089 team power. The attack, we're looking at 1,046 for Whitefang. The defense at 1133 and health just over 2,000. So really, really good stats for this hero. Of course, with the second limit breaks and emblems, we're getting into the realms of ridiculousness. But like I said before, they're pretty much in line with where we need to be. The attack up ether talent, a very nice one, especially if we are looking to deal some damage. So at the start of the battle, this hero gets 20% attack increase for 6 turns. So that's just going to add to her already insane attack stat. Now let's get into the meat of it. So the special skill is called Never Ending Winter. I freaking hope it's not a never-ending winter. I hate winter. It's coming up. But yeah, you can see Autumn Harvest Festival. The theme is correct in the background of the card, so I'm liking that. But the special skill is Never-Ending Winter, and it's running at fast speed. So at fast speed, we're going to have a buff dispel from the target, and then she's going to deal 550% damage to the target. The target receives lasting 300 frost damage per turn, and this effect spreads to nearby enemies. This sounds like it's going to be horrible. Let us open up the question mark and see what it says. Oh, damn, that's what I was afraid of. So this effect lasts until it is cleansed or removed. So there is no turn count on the 300 frost damage. You're gonna get 300 frost damage every single turn until you can dispel it or remove it. That is gonna hurt like a biatch. It's just gonna be pretty horrible. But then again, there are counters, there are cleansers. It's, it's not too much different than any other effect. The only thing is, this is the first time we've seen this lasting highlighted, where the effect lasts as long as you want, unless you remove it or you cleanse it. So that seems like a pretty strong special. Overall, I like the fact that Whitefang is giving the upfront dispel from the target. So that's really, really useful. Giving a priority dispel means that you can go through things like counterattack, things like taunt, things like defense up. You can remove them up front, and then you can hit with that massive 550% snipe. And then that frost damage is just a huge benefit. It also spreads to the nearby enemies. So with most spreading effects, like I have Daroga with the bleed that spreads, it kind of sucks because it doesn't last that long. It only spreads for the amount of turns that are remaining. With this one, there is no turns remaining count. So that spread is just going to go and go and go. So you can't have a cleanse to caster in nearby. You need a full team cleanse to counter this hero. Seems like a really awesome hero. I love the family bonus. I love the passives. There's not much that's not to like about this hero. Just an insane start. So let us get on to our second beast in this portal. I mean, what the heck have they been feeding this fox, man? Look at this guy. It's ridiculous. It's like he's eaten up, literally, like this is the guy that ate Red Riding Hood. I was thinking it might have been, he's just freaking huge. Anyways, I like the art. I think it's awesome. I like there being a bit of a comic touch to these heroes. So I'm a definite fan of this one so far. Now, in terms of what he's doing, so we have him being of the Paladin class, so it's a good defensive class. He gets the Protect. With the Master Protect, it's not only the 25% defense, but it's the caster and nearby allies that get that defense effect as well. So very, very worthwhile and an excellent skill if you are thinking about tanking or using him on a defensive team. Again, the same passive. We won't go over that again. We know it's really, really good that they're decreasing the healing that you receive. Defense up, probably one of my favorite ether talents, and I know I say it time and time again, but it really is awesome to have that extra 20% defense increase for 6 turns at the beginning of the battle. So I'm liking everything I'm seeing so far, including the art. Now, stats-wise, little bit lower, only 2 points lower in the team power, but still really very respectable stats and quite a bit more balanced than we just saw. So 1071, 1091 and 2018 make for a extremely survivable hero by the looks of it. Now let's have a look at Rust's special. So it's called Cover Slam, which sounds awesome. And he's running at slow speed, which doesn't sound too awesome. But then again, he could be a game changer. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt for now. All right, so Cover Slam will deal 535% damage to the target and nearby enemies. That's a huge hit. So we're in the territory. I think we might be even higher than Toon Kagan, but we're in that sort of territory. So that is a freaking hard hit. The target then receives lasting 210 bleed damage per turn. So we're seeing a theme carried on through here where the effect lasts until it's cleansed or removed. And then he gives cover to an ally with the lowest health for 5 turns. This effect cannot be dispelled. Okay, so we know about cover. While in cover, the ally takes no damage from special attacks or normal attacks, and the covering character takes 50% of the damage dealt to the ally. I do just want to double check on the dispel of the effect because I do have one of the musketeers in my roster. So if you just bear with me 1 second, I get rid of all of these mega pop-ups. We will just go into my roster for a second and have a look at Constance. So the passive, the cover damage. So when they receive damage, they get cover. There's a 60% chance. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Family bonus. That's what I want to look at. Right, so they give cover for 3 turns. It looks like this new hero is just giving an undispellable cover, which that to me seems extremely strong. But he is going to be taking a lot of damage. So I think the biggest thing about this guy is that he's the kind of hero you either want to take out without firing, but once he goes off, you really don't have much of a choice except to attack him as hard as you possibly can and get rid of him, because he's going to be taking 50% of the damage that you're dealing to any of the allies on his team. So he's a very, very, very strong defensive hero. I think he will even work. I mean, he'll definitely work in regular wars and raids, not just in Rush. But I mean, when Rush comes around, you do not want to face this guy. Trust me, he's just going to be extreme. So the lasting bleed damage, we know, massive damage hit to the target and nearby enemies. And then on top of all of this, the caster regenerates 1,750 HP over 5 turns. So again, he's protecting himself and making himself more survivable. The only way, to me, the only way you're going to be able to take this guy out and counter this guy effectively is just to throw everything that you've got against this hero. I think the good news is that there are a lot of heroes in the ice element that give really good effects. Elemental defense down, really hard hitters. You've got Hippo that you can pair with other heroes, but I would recommend going with a pretty serious stack up against this guy, because it looks like he's just gonna be nearly unkillable. So yeah, a fantastic addition to the portal. So Rust and Whitefang, both definitely tickling my fancy. If you can't hear by now, they are absolutely awesome. So huge congratulations to any of you who do manage to pull them. We will just check out the rates very quickly. So the biggest thing about this portal, it works in the same way as we do with like the Black Friday and the Solstice summon portals, where you got really high chances for legendary heroes. So if you are lacking legendary heroes or you don't have anyone to work on, all the classic heroes are excluded from this summon, and the legendary non-featured hero chance is at 2.3%. That might not sound like a lot, but compared to a lot of the other portals, it is a huge amount. So basically, you know, on average, if you add in the legendary featured chance of 0.2%, that gives you a 2.5% chance to pull a legendary hero. So basically, every 33 or 35 pulls or so, you should be coming out with at least one legendary hero. Plus, you've got Sir Casimir, the hero of the month, in here as well. Maybe as some fodder for Soul Exchange. But the fact that they're not featuring any Season 1 heroes in here means that you do have a chance to pull some pretty amazing heroes from this portal. That paired with the 10 times summon on the single summon, like I said before, I will pop a link in the description to a example of that, because I don't have one and I don't have any gems right now. I'll see, I may get some more gems, I may drop some pulls in here, we will see how things go. But yeah, you know, just to summarize, these 2 new foxes seem amazing. Don't be fooled though, it is a 0.2% chance that you are going to get one of them. But like I said before, if you're lacking legendary heroes, this is definitely a good portal for you guys to look to summon in. Yeah, that's everything for today. Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think of Whitefang and Rust. I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts. Also, if you pull one of these guys, please do drop us a comment, let me know, and just let me know what kind of crazy celebrations you did when you saw them pop out of the portal. I cannot imagine what I would do if I grabbed one of these guys. But yeah, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and I wish you guys everything of the best. See you all soon. Bye for now.